We are the bewildered. This is a confessions channel. A reading for things people have said on the internet, in journals, and generally about being bewildered. Because life doesn't have an instruction manual. There is no Google Maps for life. Most of us are just like we are lost in the wilderness, like we are bewildered in the bewilderness. Life's hard. There's a lot of shitty things that happen to a lot of good people. Sometimes there's good things that happen to shitty people, and sometimes shitty things happen to shitty people. This channel is dedicated to reading things that have happened to people. Sometimes they're going to be shitty. In this particular one, I'm going to make a break here to say that I've been listening to a lot of Reddit readings on YouTube lately, and I really hate the AI ones. If you're going to make your Reddit reading channel, read your stuff. Use your own voice. If you don't think you have a good voice, maybe you should be doing something else. That's just my pet peeve, my run through here. This person lied about having cancer. You know, I can actually understand. Like I said, life's pretty shitty. Shitty things happen to shitty people. And we're going to read this one about lying about having cancer. But I just wanted to post up there a little non-judgment. Here we go. I used to lie for fun as a child. Partly because of a lack of attention from my parents, but mainly because I enjoyed it. It started with little ones, such as my favorite color, having certain pets, siblings, etc. I just want to jump in here and say, my favorite color is ultraviolet, and I think if you're lying about your favorite color, and that's a matter of opinion, you could change it all the time. I'm going to go back here, jump into the story again. Then one day, it escalated to me lying about having certain illness and disorders. There's actually, I'm going to jump back out here and make a little commentary. There's actually a condition called fictitious illness disorder or something like that. It actually used to be called something else, and for right now I can't remember it, but there is an illness about people who lie about being sick. Munchausen's disease, that's what it is. And if you actually, there's people who make their children sick or lie about their children being sick or lie about somebody else in their care to get attention, and that's called Munchausen disease by proxy or fictitious disorder by proxy. And the funny thing is, now that it's called fictitious disorder, you know, if it's a fictitious disorder about a fictitious disorder, then it seems kind of redundant to call it fictitious disorder. Anyways, back to the story. I didn't have any bad intentions. It was just a hobby to me and fun to see how far it could go with people's trust. However, what I didn't expect was for the few kids I told about having cancer to tell their parents, and then the staff, they wanted to start a fundraiser for me. They wanted to start hanging up posters in the hallways of my school. Picture it on a school paragraph saying I was suffering from cancer and all. Within 1 week, I was absolutely mortified. This went on for a few more days until my mom was phoned about another parent/friend expressing their sympathy for their child and the illness. I remember that day vividly. I was in the kitchen and she was in the basement, and I heard her pick up the phone, then shortly yell my name. I walked over the steps and she asked if I told people I had cancer. I panicked. My mind at that point was so trained to making up lies, I immediately told her there was another girl with the same name that had cancer in my grade, and she must have gotten confused. I heard her explain this to the mother on the phone, sighed of relief, and then she said, "That poor girl." In reference to this, the other girl with my name had cancer. The next day, I went to school and was confronted by the guidance counselor who asked to speak to me. Long story short, the other girl's mom was notified by a close friend. They came circling back to me. She explained to the boy who cried wolf and how lying can really hurt people. I came with a stupid excuse, as a child does. What I never expected was being diagnosed with ovarian cancer in college. Seems like too much of a coincidence to me to believe this is karma. So does my mom. Shortly after that, I was diagnosed with a brain tumor, which seems like the cherry on top of an already deserved parfait of payback. Anyways, I've since mentioned my ways and I've since mended my ways and am in remission. I still talk to the other girl every once in a while, and we have created a weird sort of relationship after everything died down. Wow. It's a fascinating story. I feel sad for anybody who has cancer, actually. Just lost somebody to cancer. They were about 47, and they died of colon cancer. So, I know whenever you bring up cancer, like somebody knows somebody who's died of cancer, and so whenever you bring up the thing about cancer, somebody else comes through and tells you their cancer story. It's nothing to be joked or lied about or anything like that. It's very sad. And way too many people are dying of cancer. But that's my reading for today. Hope it's brought somebody some comfort out there. That's all.